Hare Krishna, Namaste. Chapter 15 is entitled as Puruṣottamaḥ Vidya, Puruṣottamaḥ Yogam. Sloka 19, Part 7. Yo māmevam asammudaha janāti puruṣottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena Bharata. For us to understand an object, we need to clearly know its definition, lakshana. Without the lakshana, we won't be able to know any object. So, for us to understand God, Paramatma, Bhagavan, Brahman, Puruṣottamaḥ, we need to know the lakshana of the Lord. From the last 6 sessions, we have learned the Swarupa Lakshana of the Lord. He is faultless, he is opposite to all the faults, defects. He is a single repository to all the auspicious qualities. He is supreme, above and beyond to any entities. He is boundless. He is in the form of Jnana and Ananda. And Krishna says in this Sloka, whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is the knower of everything. Therefore, this subject matter is very important for us to understand. Otherwise, we will have a lot of doubts and confusion, or we may think what we understood with our limited intelligence as perfect knowledge. As we mentioned at the end of previous session, there is one very important lakshana of the Lord, that is Jagat Karanatva. He is the cause of creation, cause of this universe. It is important for those who are in the path of spirituality to know 3 things. Number 1, who is in this form of the world, the universe. Number 2, from whom this universe gets created. Number 3, to whom all these created universes goes back. The response is given in the Puranas that Vishnu, who is the cause of creation, and everything goes back to him. It is he who maintains, protects and manages the entire creation, and he himself the form of this world. Because any object that we take, Paramatma, the super soul, is present within it. We have seen this in past sessions. Therefore, that object can be called as Paramatma. He is present in cloth, he is present in pot, he is present in the microphone, he is present in the computer, he is present in the laptop. Therefore, we can say he is in the form of laptop, he is in the form of computer, he is in the form of microphone, he is in the form of cloth, he is in the form of pot, because that name which mentions the object reaches the entity within that object. This also we have discussed in detail in previous session. The name given to the body reaches to the Atma. Therefore, this creation, this universe is his form. Jagat Janmadi Karana, creation, existence and destruction. Srishti, Sthiti, Layam. It's all caused by Brahman, the Supreme Absolute Truth. The term Brahma has been already discussed. Just to give a quick recap, Brahma means not Brahma with four-headed. This is Brahman, means an absolute truth. Brahman means the largeness, the superiority, huge, big, that which is unchanging and that which is distinct from others, that which possesses unlimited jnana, that which is not limited by space, time or object. All the lakshanas that we saw earlier refers to Brahman. Now, in couple of sessions, we are going to learn the different matha, religion, their understanding about creation. As we study our philosophy, it is equally important that we also understand the differences between ours and others. If these differences are not clear, then our faith in our philosophy will not be strong. It may break any time. And this is why the education, the spiritual education, is so very important to all of us, starting from child. If we don't have a strong spiritual background, spiritual education, then there are high chances that we may get convinced with other religion, thinking there is something wrong in ours or something is better in other religion. But the truth is, there is nothing lacking in Sanatana Dharma, in the Vedas. It is just we don't have time to study the scriptures, and we start finding faults in our scriptures, in our religion. With that in mind, let's understand what other school of thoughts say about the creation. First, let's take Bhauta, Jaina and Tarkika. Bhauta means the Buddhist, Jaina are Jainism, Tarkika are Tarkavadi. They are Vaisheshika, which is found by Kanada, and then Nayayika, which is Nyaya Shastra by Gautama. Vaisheshika and Nyaya are pretty much similar. There are a lot of similarities between them, but in their root there are some differences. Vaisheshika has accepted there are two pramanas, whereas Nayayika accepted four pramanas. Vaisheshika says there are 7 padarthas, substances, whereas Nayayika says there are 16 substances. But all these 4, Buddhism, Jainism, Vaisheshika and Nayayika, they all accept to one theory, that Paramanu Karanatvam, meaning Paramanu is the cause of the creation, which means the creation of the universe happened by the combination, by the interaction, by the union of microscopic entity called Paramanu. Very, very minute. One cannot see it through their senses or through any tools. Because of the combination of these Paramanus, the universe got created. The earth is created by its Paramanu. The Jala, the water gets created by its Paramanu. Tejas, the fire gets created by its Paramanu. Vayu gets created by its Paramanu. So there are 4 types of Paramanus which are accepted by Bhauta and Tarkika. But as per Jainism, they do not accept 4, they only accept there is one common Paramanu, which is the cause of the entire creation. Therefore, there are some slight differences among these 4 groups, but they all agree that the cause of creation is Paramanu, the microscopic element. Among these four, Buddhism, Jainism, Vaisheshika and Nayayika, two of them accept the existence of Ishvara, Paramatma. Two of them does not. The Tarkikas, they accept existence of Ishvara, the Lord who controls the Paramanus and creates the universe using them, just as a potter makes a pot using clay. The Lord, using the Paramanus, make this universe. This is the theory of Vaisheshika and Nayayika. Whereas Bauta and Jaina do not accept the existence of God. They only accept Paramanu. Paramanu is the cause of the creation of this universe, not God. This is how they vary among themselves. But they all have a common agreement that it is all Paramanu by which the universe gets created. However, this theory by the Paramanu Karnatvadis is not accepted by Vedas. It is not correct. There is no evidence to prove the existence of a Paramanu because they themselves say it cannot be perceived. Moreover, the Vedas refute the claim that Paramanus create the universe. Therefore, their understanding is false. Vedas confirms that the world is created from Prakriti, not from Paramanus. There is one big difference from Vedanta and those 3 or 4 categories of schools of thought. The difference is, from Vedanta we learn that from the biggest Prakriti, all the smaller things gets created. Prakriti to Mahan, Mahan to Ahankara, Ahankara to Panchabhuta. We can see from big Prakriti it reduces further down into smaller entities. Whereas the 4 Matam that we just saw, their understanding is from the smallest invisible particle called Paramanus, the biggest thing this world gets created, which is completely opposite to the teachings of Vedanta. Through pratyaksha pramana, through our senses, we cannot see. This is the fact that from the small particle, big thing comes. Even through shabda pramana, the Vedas, this is not accepted. And through anumana, the inference can also not be accepted and agreed, because the inference, anumana, must be based on Vedas, not against the Vedas. When Vedas do not agree, then we cannot make inference. So, from the biggest thing, small things get created, is what we accept from the Vedanta. Not from the minute particle, the biggest things get created, as understood by Bauta, Jaina, Vaisheshika and Nayayika. Hence, we cannot accept their theory of universe getting created by Paramanus. In our next session, we will learn what Sankhya philosophy says about creation. Namaste, Hare Krishna.